Oh my God, I do not feel good about this. The doctor comes in and tells us that she does not see a sac. And so she's like, more than likely you are currently experiencing a miscarriage right now. My heart literally broke into pieces. Of course, I started to question, what did I do wrong? What's wrong with me? Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Say hi, Chasm. Yeah. Oh my God, ignore my husband in the background. He's extra. Just ignore him. Anyways, I am Naima. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be filming my rainbow baby story. So Chasm, my first son, is actually my rainbow baby. And for those of you who don't know what a rainbow baby is, it's your baby that you have after you have suffered a miscarriage. So that's what I want to talk about today. Miscarriage and loss and all those things that go into it. I feel like enough people don't make videos about it, and it's so common. It happens to so many people. It doesn't matter how healthy you are, how well you think you have it together. Like, it can happen to anyone at any time. So let's talk about it. Okay guys, so my baby is with my husband, having some bonding one-on-one father-son time. So I just want to tell you guys my miscarriage story. So last year, I want to say summer of last year, my husband and I decided it was time. We have been married a total of 6 years, so at the time we had just made 5 years, and we decided it was time for us to have a baby. Or that we wanted to, you know, have a baby, bring a child into this world, you know, complete our family, start our family. And basically we played ourselves, because I really didn't know how much went into pregnancy and how difficult it can be to get pregnant. I just figured, look, the sperm meets the egg, whoop-de-whoop, the sperm enters the egg, and I did a little thugdism, and you have a baby. Like, I didn't know all these other factors went into it. And so we started trying to have a baby, actively trying to have a baby, but we started trying to have a baby, and it just wasn't working out the way we wanted. So basically we started in the summer, and we started, you know, like I said, actively trying to have a baby, and it wasn't happening. So every month I continued to get my period, and so I'm just like, what is going on? Like, I'm healthy, check. I'm young, check. Like, I work out, I eat all right. I don't eat super healthy, but I eat all right. I don't have no major health conditions. Like, what's holding me back from getting pregnant? And so it wasn't until, I would say, maybe 3 to 4 months, which is not a long time, but for someone who's expecting to get pregnant right away, that can feel like an eternity. And so in September, I ended up getting pregnant, and I was so overjoyed. Of course, I was nervous, but more than anything, I was just excited, ready for the journey. And so I wanted to do everything like by the book. I wanted to do everything I was supposed to do. So immediately, the day I found out I was pregnant, I went and bought prenatals. I started getting an exercise plan together. I started doing research, ordering books, downloading audiobooks, just whatever I could to help prepare me for pregnancy. Like, I'm overjoyed. I'm super excited. So about a week and a half, I found out right away. Like, my period comes clockwork every 28, 29 days when it's supposed to. It shows up at my front door like, what's up, boo? So there was no waiting period for me. I found out very, very quickly that I was pregnant. So about 2 weeks in, a week and a half, 2 weeks in, I was like, okay, I gotta get my exercise going. I gotta stay on top of it. They say exercise is very important while you're pregnant. I'm just gonna keep it light though. Go to the gym, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, nothing too much. So that's what I did. I went to the gym, and as soon as I stepped foot into the gym, I started to feel weird. And I was like, okay, Naima, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you're probably just a little bit nervous. Just take it easy. So I started to walk on the treadmill, and it just started to not feel right down there. It felt like my period was starting. And so I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm probably just freaking out. I'm probably just overthinking it. It's not, you know, that big of a deal. Let me just go see what's going on. So I go to the bathroom, and sure enough, I wipe and there's blood. And I was just like, there's not supposed to be blood. That's a bad sign. What's going on? But it wasn't a lot. It was a little bit. Period was starting, and I was like, this is not a good sign. Like, what is going on? So I got super nervous. I was like starting to panic, and I was like, oh my God, what's going on? So I was like, okay, you know what, just calm down. I went to the bathroom, got in the bathroom, and sure enough, there was blood. It was just a little bit though. So I was like, maybe it's not that big of a deal. I got on Google, Now y'all know how Google is. Like sometimes Google will be your best friend, but most of the time it's your worst enemy because it's gonna tell you the worst thing possible. So I get on Google and it actually gave me a little bit of reassurance. It said that spotting during pregnancy at any time can be normal. So I was like, maybe I'm just one of those people that bleeds through their pregnancy. Like maybe I'll get through it. It's not that big of a deal. So I called my husband. He was like, I don't know, babe. You should go to the hospital. He was like, just to make sure. So I get to the hospital. We go to the hospital. And we get there, we start running tests, they draw blood, they make me pee in a cup, all that kind of stuff. And so then they're like, we're gonna do an ultrasound. So when it was time to do the ultrasound, that's when I started to feel more and more nervous. And by the way, the bleeding got worse and worse. It got heavier and heavier and heavier to the point where I had to put on a pad. So I was like, oh my God, I do not feel good about this. So we get to the hospital and they do the ultrasound. So now we're sitting and waiting for the ultrasound results. And basically the doctor comes in and tells us that she does not see a sac. And so she's like, more than likely you are currently experiencing a miscarriage right now. She was like, I took your blood and I'm looking at your HCG levels and they're not as high as they should be, but we won't know for sure. There's still a chance that you could be having a baby. She's like, so what I want you to do is go home, get off your feet, get some rest, come back on Monday. We're gonna retest your HCG levels and do everything all over again and just see where you are. So you guys, my heart literally broke into pieces. Of course, I started to question, what did I do wrong? What's wrong with me? Naturally, I self-blamed. I blamed myself. I was like, I had to have done something wrong for this to happen. I was like, maybe it was me going to the gym. Maybe I put too much stress on my body. Maybe it wasn't me eating right. Maybe I didn't drink enough water. I mean, down to every single detail, I started to overthink and overthink and overthink because I knew it had to be something that I had done within myself. And when I was at the doctor, I felt like they were so nonchalant about it. Like, oh, you're probably experiencing a miscarriage. Like, just go home, get some rest, come back on Monday. And it was just like, damn. Like, you guys just told me the worst news of my life and you said it as if you were talking about any other thing. Like, I felt like they were not sympathetic. And I know to a certain degree, they're taught to not get emotionally involved. But I feel like it was so cold. Like, I'm being handed the worst news of my life on a cold platter. Like, that's literally how I felt. So it was very, very difficult to deal with. And I'm not an emotional person. It takes a lot for me to cry. You guys, I literally went home and cried the entire weekend. Like, I was just sobbing. I felt like crap. And I knew that I had lost the baby. Even though they hadn't given me confirmation, I knew that I had lost the baby. And I was still pretty early. I want to say it was around 6 weeks. So I was still pretty early. And I just felt like crap. So of course I went back to the doctor on Monday and they confirmed that we had indeed lost the baby. So it was very, very difficult, very, very hard to deal with. I never thought it would happen to me. I was like, I'm not going to be that person that has a miscarriage. Like, that's only for people who are sick, or that's only for people who don't take care of their bodies or who do something wrong. And that is where I was sadly mistaken. Like, this can literally happen to anybody, you guys. Like, it can happen to anyone. And so then of course I started to wonder, like, are we ever gonna have a baby? Like, am I gonna be dealing with a miscarriage forever? Am I gonna have a miscarriage the next time I get pregnant? Am I ever gonna get pregnant again? Like, what is going to happen? So it was very, very hard to deal with. Things that help after you have a miscarriage is your support system, for one. And the biggest thing for me was forgiving myself. I had to forgive myself because I was blaming myself for literally everything, and just like letting go of the past and just relaxing and not stressing. It put me in the best position to have a baby. And so of course I have my baby now, my little rainbow baby. And when I got pregnant in January, I honestly was like, I got this, I'm gonna do this, and I didn't allow myself to stress. I was like, if I allow myself to stress and get all worked up, I could cause something to happen. So I was like, I'm not gonna stress, I'm just gonna relax and do what I'm supposed to do. And yeah, so that is my story, you guys. I really hope that this can reach someone and give someone hope. Don't give up hope. Your chance is coming, okay? Do not give up hope. Continue to just have faith that you're gonna have a baby, that everything is gonna work out. Do not give up, you guys. I know it's easier said than done. I know that it's like, okay, well, you have your baby, so don't give up. But you guys, it's something away from this video. If you've experienced loss, go ahead and drop a comment down below. If you know someone who's experienced loss, drop a comment or an emoji down below. Don't forget to follow my Instagram, share this video, like it. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.